I am the female brain. I need to let you in on one of our most confusing secrets, something that happens without us even realizing it. We test you, and we often don't even know we're doing it. It can feel like you are walking through a minefield. 1 minute, everything is fine, and the next, you say or do something that causes a strange reaction. We might get quiet or a little upset or challenge you in a small way. You are left feeling confused, wondering what just happened. You might think we are playing games or being difficult on purpose, but I want to explain what is really going on underneath the surface, because it is not about games at all. It is about a deep, primal need for safety. These tests are not conscious, planned-out strategies. We do not sit around with our friends thinking of ways to trick you. These are unconscious impulses that come from a very old part of our brain, a part that is designed for one primary purpose: survival. For thousands of years, a woman's success and the survival of her children depended on choosing the right partner. She had to choose a man who was not only strong, but also reliable, emotionally stable, and willing to stick around when things got tough. Our modern brains still carry this ancient software. So, when we are getting close to you, this old program starts to run. It begins to scan for clues about your character. These tests are our brain's way of asking important questions. They are not verbal questions, but behavioral ones. The questions are things like, are you strong enough to handle pressure? Are you a man of your word? Will you run away when I show a side of me that is not perfect and happy? Are you paying attention to me? Do you truly care about my well-being? Let's look at some common situations that feel like tests and what is really being asked. One common test is what you might call the complaint test. We might say something like, I'm so cold, or this bag is really heavy. On the surface, it sounds like a simple complaint, but underneath, our brain is running a simulation. It is asking, does he notice my discomfort? Is he willing to sacrifice a little of his own comfort for mine? Offering your jacket is not just about warmth. It is a signal. It tells our brain that you are attentive, that you are protective, and that you are willing to be selfless. A man who is only focused on himself will not even notice the complaint. A man who is a true partner will. Another unconscious test is the disagreement test. We might challenge your opinion on something small, like a movie you just watched, or where you should go for dinner. This is not about winning an argument. This is a test of your emotional strength. How do you react when you are not in complete control? Do you get angry or defensive? Do you immediately give in just to please us, showing that you have no backbone of your own? Or do you handle the disagreement with calm confidence? Can you respect our opinion while still holding your own? A man who can lead a discussion without getting emotional and without needing to be right signals immense strength. It tells our brain that he is a stable leader, not a dictator or a doormat. Perhaps the most confusing test of all is when we pull away emotionally. We might get quiet or seem distant for a little while. As we have talked about before, this is often because we are processing our own feelings, but it also acts as a powerful test of your commitment. Your reaction to our distance tells us everything we need to know. Do you get needy and insecure, constantly asking what is wrong? This signals to us that you are not emotionally stable on your own and that you depend on our happiness for your own. Or do you give us space while remaining a steady, reassuring presence? A man who can say, I'm here for you when you're ready to talk, without pressure, shows that he is not afraid of our emotions. He is a rock. He is safe. This is incredibly attractive. It is so important for you to understand that we are not doing this to be mean or to manipulate you. Most of the time, we are not even aware of the deeper question our brain is asking. We just feel a sudden impulse to say or do something, and we feel a certain way based on your response. If you pass the test by showing strength and attentiveness, we feel a rush of attraction and trust. We feel safe. If you fail by showing weakness, neediness, or selfishness, we feel a sense of disappointment or unease, and our attraction may begin to fade. So how do you handle these tests? The key is to not react to the surface-level situation, but to understand the deeper question being asked. You do not pass the test by simply giving us your jacket. You pass by showing that you are the kind of man who pays attention to the needs of his partner. You do not pass by winning the argument. You pass by showing that you are strong enough to handle a different opinion with respect. Here are a few principles to guide you. First, remain calm. The worst thing you can do during a test is to become emotional, angry, or defensive. This immediately signals to our brain that you are not in control of yourself, and therefore, you cannot be a source of safety for us. Second, do not try to please. If you immediately give in to our every demand just to make us happy, you are failing the test. We are not looking for a servant. We are looking for a partner. A partner has his own thoughts, his own opinions, and his own boundaries. It is more attractive for you to respectfully disagree than to be a man with no spine. Third, be attentive. Pay attention to the small things. Notice when we seem a little off. You do not have to solve our problems, but simply noticing and showing you care makes a huge difference. A simple, "You seem a little quiet today, is everything okay?" shows that you are connected to us. And finally, be confident in yourself. The ultimate way to pass all of our tests is to be a man who is secure and happy on his own. A man who has his own purpose and does not need a woman's approval to feel good about himself is the most attractive man in the world. When you are truly confident, you will naturally pass these tests without even thinking about it. You will be calm, you will be attentive, and you will not be needy because your sense of self-worth comes from within. When you understand that these tests are not personal attacks, but are actually a subconscious search for safety and strength, everything changes. You will no longer see them as frustrating games, but as opportunities to show your character and build deeper trust. And when we feel that deep sense of trust, when our ancient brain finally gets the signal that you are a safe and strong partner, the attraction we feel for you will become more powerful than you can imagine. You will have shown us that you are the man we have been searching for all along. It is also crucial to recognize that these tests often increase in frequency and intensity as we become more invested in the relationship. In the very early stages of dating, the tests are usually small and subtle. But as we start to develop real feelings for you, as we start to imagine a future with you, the stakes get higher. Our brain recognizes that a poor choice of partner is now a much bigger risk. Therefore, the screening process becomes more rigorous. This is why it can sometimes feel like the more we like you, the more we challenge you. It is not because we are trying to push you away. It is because we are seriously considering letting you in, and our instincts are doing their final checks to make sure you are worthy of that trust. Another layer to this is our own past experiences. If a woman has been hurt in previous relationships, if she has been with men who were selfish, unreliable, or emotionally weak, her testing software will be even more sensitive. Her brain is on high alert for any signs that you might be like the men who hurt her before. She is not consciously comparing you to her ex-boyfriends, but her unconscious mind is matching patterns. If you react in a way that is similar to a man from her past who let her down, it will trigger a powerful negative response. This is not fair to you, but it is a reality of dating someone with a history. The best way to overcome this is with consistent, patient, and strong behavior. You have to show her over and over again that you are different. You have to create a new pattern of safety and trust that will slowly overwrite the old patterns of fear and disappointment. Ultimately, these tests are a bridge to a deeper connection. Every time you pass a test, you are laying another brick in the foundation of our trust. You are showing us that we can be our true selves with you, that we can be vulnerable, and that you will not abandon us. You are proving that you are a man of character, not just a man of charming words. And while it may feel like you are the one being tested, in reality, it is the connection itself that is being strengthened. We are not looking for a perfect man who never makes a mistake. We are looking for a strong man who can handle the beautiful and complex reality of a real relationship. And when we find him, we will give him our whole heart.